Welcome to the Investment Process Channel. I am C3 Christopher Campbell. This channel where we teach people how to create generational wealth through trading. Let's get into week. This is actually week 44. I put week 44 last week, but this is actually week 44. It is November 2nd, 2025. We'll go over Bitcoin futures and the weekly key resistance and support levels for Bitcoin. Let's get into the week. Okay, we're going to just go down the line here. NQ, or NASDAQ futures. So look at here. We had last week, we had this big gap up from our daily range. It was the end of the month. We had a huge gap up, but then it just kind of consolidated in this area. It didn't take out the low or even come back into this gap, but it did come into the imbalance of the first day. So now we have a new range. Let's go out to the monthly. I'm going to hide this real quick. Let's go out to the monthly and see where our support levels are for the month and the week. Because it's a new month. We only got 2 more months left in the year. So we see we took out our TP here of 26,006. We hit that and look at how the month settled right on that number that we had put there. That is insane. Let's take a look at that. Our close is it's 26,004. There's 2 points short. That is insane. But it hit our key level. Our next one is 26,628. We go ahead and take this off. 25,179.5. Just put 25,180. Look like that's a good support level. Huge bullish candle. Let's look at this weekly. Yeah, it's still good. Nice pullback on last week. Again, we saw on the daily kind of consolidated after the breakout. That gap up and breakout. So we had that nice breaker structure. We had a breaker structure actually the week before. It just took off the following week. But this still stands as support for the weekly. So we do have this space here. I'm going to leave that dash. I'm going to put this as a solid line as it is support. Okay. And if we look back at that monthly real quick, down here, I wouldn't, coming all the way back down here as opposed to up here. It's not a big difference. Not a big difference. So why I say it's not a big difference, because we see support has come there several times at 25,180. So we'll leave that there for that support for NASDAQ. So we're looking for price to pull back and then, come up into this new high right now. There's you want to be patient. It's the end of the year. Want to be patient. Wait for price to pull back into these areas. Let's go ahead and set up our daily range. Yep, here's our new daily range, and look at that. Look at where price is as far as we put that weekly support right in the middle of our gap up. Look at that. It's right at that 50% mark of the daily range. So anywhere below that, we can start looking for buys. You probably want to see a 4-hour confirmation. Again, this is our daily candles. We will probably start seeing the shift on the hour, but we really want to see like a 4-hour confirmation. The price is shifting. But that is the NASDAQ futures. Let's go over here to S&P. So here we are with S&P. S&P did something similar. We had that nice breaker structure. We didn't have any highs marked out. Wonder why that was. No targets. It's interesting why I didn't have that. Well, anyway, we have a new range. I'm going to go ahead and hide this. Let's go ahead and look at the monthly and set our plan for our support and resistance areas. So same thing here on the monthly. I have that support area, nice strong bullish candle. Let's look at our weekly, see where that's still holding true. That was an aggressive sell-off for S&P. Hmm. And here it appears that gap has been look at that. What was this high? 68.41.25, 68.41.25. And our low here is 68.43.50. So 2.25 is the gap. So where's our opportunity? Look here on the daily. Have equal low here. And 2 points. Let's just, yeah. Let's put our new range up and then plot our area. So our new range. Here's our high. Here's our low. Our low still stays the same. So yes, this is my thought right here. Good place for some buys. Anywhere below this line here, which is 68.20. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at 68.20. 68.20 is anywhere below 68.20 is a good place for buys. Again, something like NASDAQ, wait for your 4-hour confirmation, and you should be good. You'll probably start seeing a shift on the 1 hour. Now, I do want to point out this is the daily. It's almost an equal low here. The open was 67.78 and the low was 67.76.50. Close, no cigar. It's almost an equal low for daily. That's very close, very close. So let's just keep an eye on that. I'm gonna mark it for now. Not saying it's gonna come down there, but let's just keep an eye on that. We have our area of 68.20. We want price to come back below before we start getting any buys, because why? The momentum is up. We see here on the daily, we saw on the monthly, everything, the momentum is up. So right now, there should be no reason why we're trying to get any shorts anywhere. Okay. All right, let's go over here to the Dow Jones. Okay, here's the Dow. It did not quite make it to our target of 48,300. But we still see that huge gap up, and we see it kept rejecting from that area. And we see now the overall week open here. So like it was a bullish week, but huge sellers going on every time price got up to a certain area. That's equal. Looks like an equal low. Okay, let's take a look at the monthly and do our plan. See where there's support and resistance. Our support and resistance areas. So here's our monthly. Like I said, overall, we are bullish. We had our pullback on the Dow, broke structure the previous month. Price pulled back, took off, nice strong bullish candle. Just overall, the Dow has been going up. We had a couple pullbacks, a little sideways action for a few months, and then this came back all the way down here, cleaned up these imbalances, these equal lows. This is the monthly. Wow. It came right back up, and it's been going up ever since. So what month was this? This was April. It was a huge month, Okay, let's look at our weekly. Oh, wow. I did not. Should have looked at that a little bit closer. Looked like it was a bullish candle, but I knew it was like going to be a huge bearish wick there. but this is what they call a, what is it, tombstone doji. So let's just take note of that. The sellers were very strong from 48,300, but that's not the high of the last week. High last week is 48,214. They didn't quite make it 300. A lot of sellers up there. Still have our support here, 46,915. Now this one did cross that gap up as far as the highs and lows. Let's go ahead and put our daily range up and see where we could. Do I want to do this one or this one? That's pretty much done. And make this our range. So here's our new range. Again, we had these huge selling candles last week on Wednesday and Thursday. Have this equal low here though. Let's look at this. Open 46,874, low 46,874. So that is definitely a equal low. And it's right there at that support area for where the weekly support is. So with that being said, that's valid. That is valid. So again, we're looking for price to come back below this area. I can put a line there. There you go. 47,380, anywhere below 47,380. We're starting to look for buys. What? Yeah, what is, yeah, that should be there. Anywhere below there, we should start looking for buys. It would be really nice if we can get price all the way back down here to this equal low, and then start, shifting and coming back up, take out this high. Our previous target of 48,300. That would be super nice, super nice. So that's the plan for the Dow Jones. Let's go ahead straight over here to Bitcoin and take a look at see what it's been doing. I'm going to go ahead and skip gold today. Okay, I'm not going to skip gold. I'm going to take a quick look at it. I'm not going to do too much planning. Just look at how it's been. It's kind of selling off. Here we are here. Let's look at our monthly real quick. Another huge sell-off. Did not make it to our 4,500. Did not quite make it there. We have our support here at 3,700. So let's just make note of that. We do have a lot of support here on the monthly. Again, 2 more months left in the year. Gold has been efficient. It may be coming down here just to clean up this area. Let's look at this weekly. Yeah, we had so many candles here with equal lows. Like each week, it just kind of took off. So, yeah, I think the market is trying to come back and just clean up these little bit by little. So it's the beginning of the month. So it might just come right back down here to this support level of 3,700 and then take back off. So, all right, let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been busy right around this 114,865. It's kind of just been a consolidation. It made a new high. Looks like about mid-August. Now here we are in October. Revisited that high, rejected from there. Still got support though. So right now it's just kind of like in a consolidation. It's not going down. It's not going up. It is rejected from this high here. 127,815. Didn't make our new target up there. Been waiting for it to hit 132,410. Just keeps retesting this area and rejecting from it. So right now, Bitcoin's a little sideways. Now, I will tell you this. It is in an area of buys since it's just only going within this range. Let's get this monthly. Yeah. Bitcoin's pretty much in consolidation. Huge bear sell-off candle here. wick, excuse me, sell off wick here. So let's just be patient, wait for that shift. It would be really nice if we can get price to come right back down here to 101,685. Looks like there is an imbalance there. And then watch it shift back up. Again, right now, overall, Bitcoin is bullish. We're just looking for our entry opportunity. I'm not saying that it's shifting to the low side or anything like that. It's not showing that. It's just showing us in consolidation right now. So, yeah. What was that again? It's the monthly 101,895, 101,895. 101,895. Yeah, about right there. Let's just say 102. 102. Yeah, let's just give it 102. I think that's a nice place for support. Weekly, with the weekly. So again, we had this imbalance. That's why we had that 94,195 marked off. If it could come back down here, it'd be freaking awesome. For a ride up with anywhere below 102, I would start looking for buys. Let's get this daily. Have an imbalance up there on the daily. Right now, it looks like it shifted below here, so I would think it's still retracing. And again, for me, it's the most bang for your buck. So having price come back down into this area and get some buys from down here would be the prime place to do that. Will it? I don't know. We see their support here. It has not come below this 10200. 1,200. Excuse me, 1,002. 102,000. There you go. Excuse me. So it hasn't gone below 102,000. So definitely support level down here, 102,000. And like we said, up here, what's this high? 120, 127,815. That's our resistance area. It has visited 3 times. So my thought is it's going to come down exactly what it's doing right now, which is retracing, consolidating, and it's going to take off and it's going to take out that high. That's my thoughts. And the lower it comes down, the better bang for your buck. So I would just be patient until we start seeing a close above this area here. I would be waiting to look for a buy position. If we get a close above this, the daily, if we get a close above this close here, 115,645, then yeah, I'll be looking for the next day for an entry. I'll be looking next day for an entry. However, again, we want to see price shift further down here. Want to see it shift further down here. So that might be a pullback and it might be continuing down until we start seeing price shift back in the opposite direction. So that is Bitcoin. So again, we went over the weekly predictions for Bitcoin futures and the key resistance and support levels. This is the investment process channel. Have a great trading week. It's the end of November. Excuse me, the beginning of November, the end of the year, 2 more months left. So let's manage our risk and have a great trading week.